Hey, what's going on? So today I just wanted to talk about why you should use items in Sparking Zero and my personal set. Also, some recommendations on like characters that you can use because you can really use anybody when you're using items, but I'll get into that later. So to get started, my personal set, I use God of Destruction training, which greatly increases your maximum health. Then we have King Kai's training, which increases your maximum health as well. And this gives you about 4 bars of health and like 1/4 on the fifth bar. So you have a lot of health to work with. This is for your 3 bar characters. The 4 bar characters, they'll get up to 6 bars, but I'll explain basically how you still have a better fighting chance um, a little bit later in the video. All right, so the next one I have equipped is going to be Dende's healing ability. Now, Dende's healing ability basically will give you some additional health throughout the match. It's just randomly, it'll prop your health up by like maybe half a bar or so. This is good if you're fighting, like someone that's super strong, like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or UI Goku, and they're really blasting you, and you don't have much health left. You'll just get like a boost later on in the match. Now my next item is the secret to Z Burst dashes. Now this essentially makes it to where you do the homing dash where you press R2 and X and it'll fly you to your opponent. That actually takes no key with this. So it's much easier to get those players who are running around the map and not trying to engage in combat. You still are susceptible to the sidestep, so you can block if you're rushing and do that to work around it. The next one I have on is God Key. So God Key is essentially where it will allow your blast attacks to take 50% less key, and if your blast or rush attack misses, you'll get your key back, which is really really useful in situations where you're just using a Kamehameha or something and you happen to whiff. You'll get your key back and you're not at a detriment for key if you have like a vanish battle or something like that. Next, it looks like we have on Draconic Aura. Now I'll explain what Draconic Aura does. It says here in the description, increases the ability to stun opponents. Now the reason why we want this on is if we're using a character that's a bit weaker than like a giant to stun the giant, or if the opponent that you're fighting is using this item here. It's called Power Body. So Power Body basically makes it to where they won't get stunned, and that's like the super armor that they have on. So if you use Draconic Aura, you can actually punch through that super armor, and it basically negates the Power Body, and they take more damage. The next one we have on is Rising Fighting Spirit, and this one here, it just gives you full key at the beginning of the battle, and this is actually the last one, so it's pretty much self-explanatory. You'll get the full amount of key at the beginning of the battle, and that will be all after you start the match, and you can just kind of rush in and get the fight started without having to power up. Now that was the last item I have on. I'm not gonna go over the other items or what they do. They're pretty much self-explanatory, but I feel like the rest of them are pretty trash. um, Now I'm gonna get into a quick 1v1 versus the CPU over here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you why I enjoy playing with items and why it's like much faster pace. So as you can see here, I have 5 bars of health with just a little bit on that fifth bar. And then whenever I Z burst dash there, it didn't take any key. I don't have any items on that add to like the damage or anything, because those are pretty much like minuscule and they don't matter at all. But it's just much easier to play the game, and then with all this health, you actually don't have to worry about dying in 2 combos versus like the stronger characters like Gogeta Blue and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, UI Goku, the usual bandits. I believe that it's much easier to play this game when you're able to actually fight back, and it's more fun. The match doesn't end as quickly, and it's much easier to survive, and I enjoyed that a lot about the items here. It actually makes me feel a lot better about playing ranked and everything, because of how free flowing it is. Now there is, there's still gonna be tough battles. It's still the same game, but the items give me just a bit more confidence in my character, and I don't have to worry so much about my character selection. I don't feel like I have to use a fusion or I must use a different character like UI Goku or somebody with 4 health bars. Like I can use whoever I want, and then the damage is just like the normal amount of damage, and the characters just have more health. It's just much more enjoyable for me, and I believe that once you try it out, it'll actually be the same for you. It's a much more fun experience. You can kind of move around and play the game as you like, and you don't have to worry about, oh, I have no key, or oh, the character's so much stronger than me. Now, they will have more health. I mean, that's just it depends on what they put on. If they put on the items that I use here, they will have more health than you. It's just the way it is because they have more health to begin with. But it gives you the ability to take more attacks and not die so quickly. So that's why I enjoy playing with items. Honestly, I would play with the regular game mode if it wasn't so quick. Like you die, the damage is very unbalanced, and 2 combos from a blue Gogeta, like a lagging blue Gogeta, you can't super counter, you're dead. And that's just not a very fun atmosphere to be in. Now, there is some negatives that come with this. There's a lot of spammers. People who just constantly spam rush attacks, and then you get your key back if you miss. And then, it's just over and over again spam. But those are much easier to vanish and get out of than a combo from someone where your super counter is not working and you're just taking hella damage. So yeah, this one's just gonna be a quick one. I just wanted to go over that, the best items to use in my opinion, and why you should use items in Sparking Zero. And just try it out for yourself, and if you enjoy it, come back to my video and give me a like, or tell me how you enjoyed it. Tell me if you didn't like it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for watching.